Hi there, Aries. This is your November 2019 Love Monthly Forecast reading. So, the month of November is really going to be very interesting for a lot of you guys. And after reading a few signs, I'm leaning on to tell people that, the month of November is going to be really important. There's going to be like a massive shift, and not just for each sign, it's going to be for everyone. I mean, the spread that I have right now has a whole bunch of major arcana again, different combinations to the major arcana that I had in my previous readings. So I don't think that they are related. So I'm leaning on to say that, having a lot of major arcana in a reading comes in very rare. It does not happen each and every time. So when they do, it it really gives me a feeling that something's going to be changing in this person's life. So for those that are in the sign of Aries, you are one of those people, or I don't know, one of those people that is going to be experiencing massive changes ahead in terms of their personal life, love life, and relationships all at the same time. So my reading are focusing on love and relationships, but I will not be surprised if this is going to also to be happening in your other areas of your life, like general, personal, those kinds of things, because sometimes the things that happen to you generally in your work and your personal life tends to have an effect in terms of your love life as well. So I'm not disclosing that factor all at the same time. So first of all, before I really break down everything that I'm picking up, I'm going to be telling you guys all of the cards that I have with me, so that I really hate it when I have to explain what each card means, because that is just not how I do my readings. I use my cards as a blending of the energies that are coming in. So I really don't say the meaning of each card and tell you what it really means. It's really more of the blending of all of the cards in the spread, in the reading, based on the topic and concern that I'm focusing and channeling on. So yeah. Let me first break it down to you. You do have the Death card and the Judgment, which is crossing over it. We also have the Three of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Five of Swords. We have a lot of swords here. We also have the King of Cups, the Hangman, the Seven of Cups, King of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. I do have also clarifying cards for this bunch, but I'll tell you all about it as we go along with the reading. So what is this really telling us is that we have the Death card being crossed over by the Judgment card, and that is such a big deal. This two combination has a lot of big deal, and it's being clarified by it's being clarified by the Rido rune card. So the theme of November is very scorpionic energy, and it has a lot to do with changes. But for you guys, I also believe that this can be a trigger point of action. Maybe a decision is going to be happening. You are going to be focusing on a major decision that can change the status quo of whatever situation you're going through at this time. This could have a lot to do with sudden communication coming about. Maybe you are going to make a decision of changing something in terms of how you connect with a certain person. This could be a certain travel that is looming in your mind that you wanted to do. Also, in a nutshell, this is a situation we're in. some form of change is happening inside of you, inside of your life. But maybe you are questioning if this is the right decision that you should be taking. All I know here is that maybe a lot of you guys, those who are in the sign of Aries, Aries sun, moon, and rising sign, or maybe you have a strong Aries in your chart, or if your partner has a strong Aries in them, they could be very much affected by this energy we're in. Maybe they're filled with a lot of regrets, a lot of sadness, a lot of disappointments. They are not entirely happy of the things that are going on with their mind, because imagine you have the death card and the judgment overall. That is the focus of the reading. At the bottom of this spread, you do have these three of swords. So this has a lot to do with regrets, sadness, disappointments, and breakups. And on the top of this deck, it goes like this. You do have the Five of Swords all at the top, which is, what is they're feeling, probably their core, the foundation of things. And this is what they're thinking about, what is on their mind. So this could be a situation wherein there are regrets looming into the surface of things. Regrets about the past, regrets about something, regrets about a certain relationship in their life, regrets on how they have communicated, how they have conversed with a specific person. It could be with you, or it could be that you are this person who is regretting things all at the same time. All I know is that, you are filled with disappointments, heartaches, and regrets. In your recent past, though, you do have the Page of Cups. So it makes me feel that, whoever this person is portraying in the recent past, maybe they had a lot of fun, because the Page of Cups is, all about fun, excitement, meeting new people, talking to people. So I kind of feel that their recent past is quite irrelevant from what they are going through at this time. Maybe they played around too much with new people, and right now it's like a person being on drugs. I'm not saying that you guys are on drugs or anything like that. It's just that, it's like a person that tries to forget the past or do something to take things off their mind, and then suddenly they are forced to face reality once again, and they are forced to let's say, to face it. This is the reality. No matter what you do, no matter how much you escape, no matter how much alcohol you drink or drugs you intake, this is your own reality, and you have to face it head on. This is what you did in this relationship. This is what you did in your situation. You are the one that is at fault. It's like life is telling them that they have made a major mistake. That kind of energy to that. And in the near future, they do have the King of Cups being clarified by the Two of Swords right there. So this is like they're learning, they learn things the hard way, but they're definitely learning and realizing something. This is a very healing energy as well, but at the same time, they are contemplating on their own mistakes, their own I don't know, downfall or something like that. I kind of feel that, this has a lot to do with, realizing things and trying to decide in something, or trying to reflect on certain things that has already happened and what they can do about it. What also they have here is that maybe they're trying to, making a decision if they wanted to reach out, to communicate, to say sorry, or wanting to fix things. But all I know here is that, there is a lot of wisdom in this. The King of Cups is the healer of the deck. So it heals whatever scenario that they are going through or will be going through within the month of November. What card you have right now is that you have the Hangman being clarified by the Hermit card. So yes, you are introspecting a certain situation. Maybe you feel alone. Maybe you're now seeing things on a whole new level. It could also be a factor wherein you realize something, you find out something, and maybe it's not what you want, or things did not really work out the way that you are thinking or wanting or desiring things to be. That is also a possibility here. With the Hangman and the Hermit card, it's like, you wanted to isolate yourself. Maybe you are blaming yourself. I mean, the things that I'm saying right now could be portraying to you if you have Aries, or this could also be being portrayed to the other person, whom you are associated with in terms of your love life, personal life. I mean, I don't know, because this is just a general reading, so I really cannot say which is which. All I can tell you is the possibility of how this can be manifesting. And we also have this, Seven of Cups and another King of Cups being clarified. So there is really some form of thoughts, maybe in the past, or maybe desires that you thought you have forgotten, is coming back to haunt you, coming into the surface of things. Reminding you that, hey, I still exist, this is still something that I want, but I don't know if I'm still going to be getting it. The Seven of Cups has a lot to do with a lot of our desires, what we really want, but for some reason it's like we don't have a specific goal, or we don't know how to reach that goal, despite the fact that we want it. There's something that we want to have, we want to achieve, we want to own that kind of energy. Also, it's a card of confusion all at the same time. So maybe you are thinking about something, and instead of reaching some form of clarity, you are just getting confused by the day. That is just also another possibility here. Also, we have here the King of Swords being clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a situation wherein maybe you are trying to make yourself practical, waiting for something. Maybe ego is a big part of what's going on with you. You don't want to make an effort, you don't want to take the risk. Maybe you are afraid of various things, but you don't want to show people that you are weak, that you are vulnerable. Those kinds of things are coming into play. It's like, it gives me that feeling that some of you guys, or the people that you're dealing with, they know that they have made a mistake, but they are afraid, or they are hesitant to take action and to do something about it. Those kinds of things, those kinds of energies are in place. So yeah, and they're trying to think of what to do, basically, is what I'm getting here. But I kind of feel that they don't want to take action. There is that kind of feeling, but at the same time, they also know that if they don't take any action, they're gonna be losing everything all at the same time. So I don't know, I just kind of feel that for those that are in the sign of Aries, there's going to be a whole lot of reflection, realization, really thinking back, that is going to be happening for them. And there is a form of maturity here, like you're growing up, time, those playing time, time for play, time for games are now over, and you're now into that situation wherein I need to get myself together, I need to set things clear with this person, with this scenario, all at the same time. Another thing we have here is the outcome card. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm pretty sure that, the previous reading, I think Capricorn also had this as the outcome card. So I'm not really sure if they are related, but you also have the Nine of Pentacles as your outcome card. And it's also been clarified by the Page of Wands. So if you are hesitant to talk to someone, to communicate or reach out to someone, maybe eventually you are going to, reach out to them. Or it could be that, eventually this is a situation wherein whoever this person is, it is someone that you really care about, you value very much. This could be a person that has a lot of resources in them, maybe a rich person, those kinds of things. And maybe you are wanting to communicate with them, because I do see a strong communication here. It's just that I really don't know who takes the action. Will it be you or will it be the other person? I just know that, if you are having ego issues, you're not really going to attain everything all at the same time. If you are not regretting the mistakes that you have taken, which is this Five of Swords, because I kind of feel that some of you guys have left someone. This is really what this card is telling us. You have let someone maybe harshly, you have hurt them, you have let them down, those kinds of things. Again, this is not just you. This could be the other person leaving you. That is why I'm picking it up. I really don't know, but there is that energy here. So if you're not being regretful of the things that you have done, I think that you're not going to achieve this. You're not going to achieve this reunion. You're not going to achieve this person, and maybe, all you are going to be experiencing is a form of regret of what you have done. So I really think that with this reading, it's very important that you reflect on what you have done and try to think about what you can do to proceed, what you can do to move forward with things, what you can do to fix a certain scenario in place. So that is basically what I'm getting for those that are in the sign of Aries. And I also pick karma cards for you guys, which is very interesting because I do have Saturn in Virgo in the 8th house. Saturn is all about, the foundation and things, the hard work. This is, the bringer of hard lessons, the harsh ones. But all at the same time, it has a lot to do with foundations. And also, Saturn is very much connected with the history of things, So it's not really a very innovative sign wherein it's focusing on the future. It's focusing on what you have done. It has a lot to do with karma as well. So in the sign of Virgo, Saturn and Virgo is like, really hard work. So if you're thinking that this month of November is something to get the easy way out, running away, I don't think that would be the case, because Saturn in Virgo is all about fixing things, being productive, making things work, and making things really perfect. So if there is some form of karma going to be happening for you, Saturn is going to make sure that you receive that, whether it's a good karma or a bad karma or whatever type of karma that you are going to be experiencing. So, and with the 8th house, this can really change you. There could be a major change that is going to be happening. This can make a person very mature as well because of the things that are going on, because I kind of feel that the 8th house has a lot to do with psychological things for the most part, and this is going to make you realize a lot of things, a lot of revelations, the mystery of life basically, and having your own power in place. Another way this can be telling is that this is a time of hard work. You need to work hard for something, you need to change something. All at the same time, it's quite interesting that you have this perfectionist type of energy with the Aries reading, because Aries is more about, taking the risk. But this set of combination is more of, trying to tell you that, I need things to be perfect. So if I do take action, it's not just risk without any gain. I need to gain something out of it. I need things to get perfect, those kinds of things. So, and this type of energy fears change, they are fearful of getting mistakes. But all at the same time, the reading has a lot to do with mistakes. So it could be a situation wherein you just need to correct something in your past, to fix something right there. Or this could be a situation wherein you are really going to realize things, realize many, many aspects of your own life. I mean, try to check what Saturn is representing in your life. Is it on the third house? Saturn deals with communication and everyday life. If it is if it is relating to your third house, and the messages here could be representing into your third house, you need to apply this combination of Saturn, Virgo, and the eighth house in your third house, that kind of energy. Or what does the Virgo is representing in your chart? You have to, if you are aware of astrology or anything like that, you can navigate this in your own chart. Where is Saturn? Where is Virgo? And what does the eighth house represents in your own chart right now? That way you can make things a lot more personalized for you on what the message could be. Either way, there's going to be massive shift, major shift that is going to be very, very important for all of you guys. So yeah. And this is not just about blindly risking things. This is all about, a need to do something the correct way without really stepping on another person's ego, another person's life, another person's emotions all at the same time. So yeah, this is my reading for you guys, Aries, for those that are in sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I hope that this reading has given you insight and clarity into your situation. If you think that you are feeling connected with the reading and you feel lacking or wanting to see if this is a situation that is going to be unfolding for you, or you want a similar reading just like this one, you can contact me at inthestarsbychristy.com. I do have various services there that is quite on a cheap price. So we can do a personal reading for you and we'll see what's going on. So yeah, and without any further ado, I'll just see you guys next month, okay?